All right, a commercial property leases for $200,000 per year. Miscellaneous income derived from the property total $12,000 a year. The property recently sold for $1,395,000. What is the GIM? Okay. Somebody type in what GIM stands for. What does GIM stand for? Okay. Gross income multiplier. Good, Beverly. Welcome aboard. I didn't see you snuck in. Alicia, good. Gross income multiplier. Now remember, here's how this works. Let's do a quick review. Gross rent multiplier, gross income multiplier fall under, watch this, the valuation section in your text, okay? Appraisers will use a GRM and GIM. Remember, for up to 4 units, okay? Anything over 4 units is the income approach, all right? GRM and GIM are different than the income approach in that they don't use loss of vacancy and or operating expenses, okay? So when we do a GRM, we're talking about a rent multiplier, which is monthly. When we do a GIM, we're always talking about an income multiplier, which is annually, okay? So when you compute a GRM, always convert to monthly figures. When you do an income multiplier, you're always going to convert to annual income, okay? And so if you look down at B1B, value equals rent times the GIM. Same thing with A1B, value equals rent times GRM, okay? Now, these don't act as a substitute for the income approach. If you've got a problem on the exam that's over 4 units, this is not what you use. If you got single family, duplex, triplex, or fourplex, or some type of income producing property that's got a rent and income, then you're going to use the GIM, as this problem is. Okay, so just a quick review on the theory. Now, here's the steps in calculating it. Remember, value is rent times GIM. And for GRM, it's the same. Value is rent times gross rent multiplier. Remember, gross rent multiplier, you got to convert monthly. GIM, you got to convert annually. All right, so let's look at this. Commercial property leases for $200,000 per year. So that's your rent. That's what it's leasing for. You got additional income. That's $12,000 per year. Okay, so the property value is at $1,395,000. So I'm going to unpack this and I'm going to list these figures out. $200,000 per year is my total annual rent. Annual income, $12,000 per year. So I'm going to set this up just like it did in the formula. My value is $1,395,000 equals. And I'm going to combine, remember, I got to combine any rent and income generated for a GIM. So it's $200,000 plus $12,000 times the GIM. And that's what I'm looking for, the GIM. So basically it's $1,395,000 divided by $212,000, which is the annual plus the income. I get 6.58. They tell you to round up 6.6. Okay. Is everybody good on GIM, GRM? Everybody good? Give me a thumbs up if you are.